Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Today I'm gonna do my weekly reading update since I finished the book yesterday and I'm currently in the middle of an amazing book which you might already have guessed because I only talk about this series, this author for at least a few weeks, if it's not month. And I will talk about the books that I will read in the next couple of weeks. So let's start with the book that I completed yesterday, and it's The Curse of Kushiel-a-long by Lois McMaster-Bujold. It's the first book in a trilogy, and I really enjoyed it. This one is more action, plot-driven than character-driven, but for some reason I was hooked. And I liked it. You will follow Kazaril, who was a high military official who after a siege is sold as a slave, and for no particular reason he was just not ransomed with the other, and we suspect a kind of plot there from all the people who wanted to kind of get rid of him. And you'll follow him as he's coming back from this kind of slave situation to gain back, not really his title, but at least come back to the court, and you will see what happens to him from there. Really a nice plot, lots of strong and determined character, not always in the good way. There were some bad and also very determined characters, and that turns out being a very exciting plot for this reason. What I liked the most in this book is actually the writing style from McMaster-Bujold. Really nice, really beautifully written, but also very straightforward in a way. It just goes on to the next action, but it also takes the time to develop the character's personality, the world building, even though it's not the focus of the story, let's say. As I said, the plot is very intriguing, lots of twists and turns, even though some of them, in my opinion, weren't quite surprising, but it was nevertheless a good read, short read almost, that I enjoyed, and I will definitely continue with book 2. So if you're looking for a nice balance between character, plot, and lots of twists and turns, I would recommend this one for you because it was very enjoyable. The characters are, I finished it yesterday, but they will stay with me for a while, I think. Really nice and unique personalities, lots of amazing friendships, very nice from the beginning to the end. Next, as for what I am currently reading, I'm in the middle of Speaking Bones by Ken Yu, the final installment in the Dandelion Dynasty, and I'm really enjoying it. As you might have kind of observed if you've been following me for a few weeks, I'm just talking about this series again and again and again because it's definitely, and I'm sure of it even though I'm still in the middle of the final volume, it's one of my, well, let's say it's the most amazing book series I've read, and definitely at the top 1 position in my favorite of all time. Amazing. I cannot find the words to describe how much I'm amazed by everything that is in this series. There's so many layers I would like to talk about, but I'll talk about it a bit more in a few minutes. I will just tell you what this is about if it's the first time on the channel or if you've never heard of this amazing series. Basically, and I don't like to tell too much about the plot because first of all, it's already difficult to talk about such a big in scope plot and story, but I would say that the first book is all about the fall of an empire and everything that stems from it. This book is so heavy. I'll be a bit more specific for this 4th volume. Let's say that the thing that kind of is the most outstanding and really captivates me the most in this one, it's the engineering. I'm in awe in front of all this engineering marvel. If only, just if only, I had a science teacher as good as the person, or let's say just Ken Yu, just explaining, depicting how chemistry and physics works in this way, just beautifully and very simple, straightforward. I'm sure I would be a scientific by now, because it's not only beautiful, almost magic, but it's just true. All the kind of system that is introduced in this 4th, or even before. I think from book 1 you already have like kind of engineering systems and stuff that are built. But also it's straightforward, it's true, it's facts, and it's just a perfect combo, I think, between science and magic. Even though it's not magic, I don't think I've ever kind of seen any magic in the books. I mean, there's something like religion with gods and miracles and basically just meddling gods, but it's still just science. And I find it just very amazing to have this scientific concepts appear as magic just because the way they are written. The whole series is endless in terms of depth. I find it very profound. It questions the readers on several layers and in a very subtle and simple way. It's not too obvious. It's fantasy but with a purpose, more than just being an entertainment. It's not popcorn fantasy. It's the kind of books that will give you food for thought, meaning that you will have questions that will make you pause and think. And I like it in fantasy. That's really something that I enjoy and appreciate in books. I don't have any real plans for what I'm reading next. I have a few ideas. Probably that Speaking Bones, the 500 pages left, will take me 2 weeks to read, probably. I don't know, with Christmas and everything. Probably by the end of the year I will be done with Speaking Bones. So for the beginning of January, I will either start Kushiel-a-long by Jacqueline Carré, because it has been recommended to me by a dear friend who knows what I like in terms of books, and he said that I'll probably like it, so I'll try. And also I'm co-hosting a read-along for Kushiel-a-long. I'll put all the information down below with 3 lovely girls, which I will link below as well. We'll do a read-along and Kushiel-a-long will be read in January. I might also start Howling Dark by Christopher Ryoko. It's the second book in the Sun Eater saga, and I read book 1 a few months ago, I think this summer actually. So I really want to start book 2 to continue the series with the 5th book that has recently been released. So I want to read this one in order to kind of just catch up with all the books that are out currently, and I think I might enjoy it a bit more than book 1 because I really want to like this series. I feel like there's all the elements I like in science fiction and in books in general, so let's hope for the best in any way that will be read probably in January as well. That might be the last video for the year, I don't know, because I have Christmas. I'm away a whole week and I don't know if I will have time when I come back to film. So let's say that we will see each other in the best case scenario again before the end of the year, or otherwise next year. So let me know what you have read, what you are currently reading, and what are your plans for the next year. And also I wish you a very nice Christmas, nice holidays, and I'll see you soon. Bye!